phone betting. Ang wala po siya yung online. And meron pong mga katapat na mga percentages yan. And yun
but di ba nagre-remit sila sa inyo ng 1% supposedly?
Which we are contesting.
He's remitting some amount to you as PAGCOR. Tama?
For the moment, Senator, we do not have the accurate numbers to provide, but we will
so
assure
nobody
you
knows how much Jack Lam is making in the Philippines.
let me check and get the figures and submit it to you, Senator.
But you are PAGCOR eh. You're supposed to monitor all games of lahat ng sugal.
Kasi po yung
games of chance,
yung po kasing kanyang kanyang operations, sir, yung online niya, yun po yung questionable eh. Kaya hindi ho na mahuli-huli yung kanyang eksaktong kinikita.
Kailan pa siya nag-operate ng online?
Yun po yung hindi na ma-eksakto kasi patago ho yung operations niya eh.
So matagal na kung
And Senator, may I add that his online operations is not licensed by PAGCOR.
So he's been operating unlicensed online operation here.
Yes, from the legal point of view, PAGCOR has been.
Hindi alam ng PAGCOR kung magkano kinikita niya.
Oo, kasi yung kanyang operations na online, hindi po kami ang naglisensya eh.
So itong online is legal or illegal?
It's illegal.
It's illegal.
Yes, sir.
And since 1999 pa siya nag-operate illegally.
Yung land base niya po, yung land base, kasi he has casinos, he's operating junket operations and phone betting. Yun po yung 1999. When the online operations was put up, yun po ang hindi namin specifically alam.
Pero meron kayo estimate ilang taon na? 5 years, 10 years? Nasa industriya kayo. I'm sure naririnig niyo yung naririnig niyo kung ano yung the industry is very small eh.
Well, in the 7 months that I'm in PAGCOR,
estimate lang, 5 years, 10 years.
One moment, Senator.
I mean, this is a small industry. Regulator kayo ng gaming. Siyempre, alam nyo rin na, may nag-ooperate ng ganito dito since, I'm sure meron kayong, no, it's not a very big industry. Estimate lang, ilang taon na itong online.
I may not be in the position to bring a number close to what he has really been earning, Senator, because yun nga lumpong kanyang online gaming ay patago niya pong nagawa.
No, but the reason why I'm asking because doon sa pangalawang offer niya kay Secretary Aguirre was the payment of debts. Tama?
Ano po?
Tama?
Sorry, Senator.
Diba may tatlong offer siya kay Secretary Aguirre, of which the number 2 was the settlement of supposedly debts to PAGCOR. So, meron bang ganun debt?
Kasi nga po, we have been trying to run after him according ho dun sa aming pong dapat na nakukuha sa PAGCOR. Kasi po, nabibigay niya 1% lang.
Sige, Arnell, meron ka bang estimate kung magkano ba talaga ang hinahabol niyo sa kanya?
Ang hinahabol po namin sa kanya, siya po ay makapagbigay ng tamang percentage para sa PAGCOR, which is 15%.
May utang siya sa PAGCOR?
So as we calculate it sa iniimbestiga number of years that he has been operating, definitely meron lang ho siyang kulang.
Magkano yun?
Yun po yung...
I'm sure may estimate ka, di ba? Paano mo hahabulin kung hindi mo alam?
Baka kung magkamali ako eh.
The estimate lang.
I promise to provide you with more reliable data pagdating po dun sa mga numero.
No, because what I'm trying to understand is how big is the legal as well as you said illegal operation of Mr. Lam here in the Philippines. So we will also know sino ba itong kadil natin. But if you cannot give any figures, which you were saying you're trying to run after him, anong rin na run after nyo kung di mo alam kung magkano?
Yun po kasing sir, yung kanyang pong percentage na ibinibigay sa PAGCOR, hindi po yun yung talaga. Yun po yung hinahabol namin sa kanya.
Do you have a figure kung magkano ang dapat niyang bayaran sa Pilipinas?
Sir, can I assure you that we will provide you with all the more exact details with regards to the numbers?
I would assume that may utang siya kasi that's what that was part of the proposal of Mr. Sombrero. May ginagawa ba ngayon ang PAGCOR to run after these debts?
We have already issued demand letters to Jack Lam.
Meron kayong ginagawa to run after these debts?
I think Attorney Angel will be more qualified to answer.
Good afternoon, Senator. We have issued already demand letter to Mr. Jack Lam as regards the outstanding balance he has with PAGCOR.
So how much is that balance?
Let me check, sir, as to the accuracy of the number, but we will provide you as soon as we have.
What was contained in that letter? You're running after him to pay. So ano yung amount na dapat niyang bayaran?
With those outstanding obligation that he has with PAGCOR. However, as of 2010, we have already contested the amount that he is remitting to us, considering that he was only remitting 1% of the GGR. And we are actually, since 2010, clamoring that he increased the same in comparison or in consonant with the other competitive rates now of PAGCOR across the board, or with the other licensees of PAGCOR.
I guess, actually, gusto ko lang malaman how much pa rin para makita natin itong extent of his operation. But
excuse me, Senator Gatchalian, excuse me.
Mr. Chair.
Just to assist you. The GMA International Entertainment Corporation, owned by Mr. Jack Lam, according to the gambling business magazine, Global Gambling Business Magazine, says it's the largest VIP junket operation in Asia. So immigration should really keep a close watch on these guys. The chair is Mr. Jack Lam, and he holds two of Macau's top-notch companies, Las Vegas Sands and Wynn Macau. Wynn is pretty big. The group earned 16.8 million US dollars, or about 837.1 million, during the first 6 months of 2016 from its entertainment and gambling sector alone. Wala pa dyan yung online gambling. So this is a very big operation that PAGCOR should really focus on, because you can get more taxes from these guys.
Sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Your Honor, before you asked for the figures, I was given the information. It was about 13 billion. Now I just wanted to clear
13 billion or
yes,
13 million?
13 billion.
A billion?
Yes.
Billion.
Yun ang total niyang, yun po ang total namin hinabol. But then
13 billion ang utang niya sa
13
PAGCOR.
billion. I clarified it's about 13.9 billion.
Ang utang sa PAGCOR.
Yes po.
Over the years?
Yes.
Over the years.
Total.
Can you give us a specific annual, debts niya sa atin para malaman natin na igen?
We promise to provide you with all the other details we will be sending the committee.
Thank you, Arnell.
More or less, yun po yung nahabol namin.
Senator Gatchalian, please.
Okay, I'll just
please
I just have a few more questions for you, Chair.
I think you were asking questions.
Nung nagkaroon po kami ng hearing sa Committee on Labor, I think this came up also. The licensing of operation, I think the license to operate that online casino came from CESA. No, I think this came out in the hearing. And it didn't come from PAGCOR.
No, it did not.
Paano siya nag-operate ng ganitong online kung ang lisensya na sa CESA, pero yung mga nahuli na sa Clark?
Oh, yun po yung aming naging problema with him, because his license was issued by CESA, whose jurisdiction is only effective within the economic zone of Cagayan. So his license, aside from not coming from PAGCOR, we consider it illegal.
So all of the casinos operating in Clark, may license yan ng PAGCOR, tama?
Yun po meron. Yung online po ang wala. Wala po kami pang kasi kauumpisa pa lang po namin na nagbibigay ng online na license sa Pogo.
So yung online niya sa Clark, walang license.
Yung po ang
illegal yun.
Yes.
So prior to giving out licenses, lahat ng binigyan ng CESA ng online casino is operating anywhere outside of EZA is illegal.
Yes, from the legal point of view, PAGCOR, any operation not within the economic zone of Cagayan or APECO is illegal because it's under now under the jurisdiction of PAGCOR.
And when you say illegal, sino magpapasara nun?
Tayo. We can only recommend closure. Wala
But who goes there and kapadlak, huhulihin? Sino ang physically pupunta doon para magpadlak?
The PNP yan, sir.
PNP?
Yes, sir.
And I know for a fact na maraming online casino nag-operate here in Metro Manila and anywhere outside of CEZA. Did PAGCOR ever issue any closure order, cease and desist order? Meron ba kayo? Kasi alam ko over the years, ang dami ng ganyan eh.
Currently, yan nga po ang pinoproblema namin sa PAGCOR.
In the past, no? Arnell, hindi yung, I know, bago lang kayo, no?
Oo.
In the past ba, meron bang ganun cease and desist or
yung pong
closure order na in-issue ang PAGCOR even though...
Yung pong bago ako dumating hindi ko po accurately na maisasagot. Pero currently, we'd like to report to you that all this online gaming, not licensed by PAGCOR, ay aming pong binubusisi at very soon ito po ay masasara.
But in the past, wala kayong pinasara as PAGCOR?
Sir, if I may, I recall that previously PAGCOR then, in coordination with the PNP, had already an operation regarding the online operation.
But were there an instance where they shut down, padlocked any of these illegal online operations outside of CEZA?
I believe so, Your Honor, but it is with PNP already because we don't have law enforcement power. PAGCOR has no direct law enforcement power. We can only coordinate with the Philippine National Police and also NBI
so other
as
than
well.
Mr. Lam, may mga ganitong illegal online na nag-ooperate pa ho?
That we know of. That's the reason why we are in the process of fixing actually the details as to such, and we will address that.
Meron pa,
right
attorney,
now.
outside of Mr. Lam, meron pang ganitong online?
Yes,
Ilan?
yes, we believe so.
Alam niyo kung ilan?
What we know of is that there are online operations within the Metro Manila area and not licensed by PAGCOR.
But do you have a number of how many?
As of
10,
the moment,
20,
we cannot give a rough
Pero
estimate.
it's more than one, for sure.
Yes, of course.
So definitely po, ang utang ng gobyerno, ang utang sa gobyerno ay definitely more than 13.9 billion because there are more Jack Lams operating outside of CEZA.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Most likely, Senator. May I add just a little item which may probably be significant in aid of legislation. Most of the time po kasi ang nasasabi sa amin na kanilang excuse, ito po ay parang call center because the operations in the guise of a BPO, di ba? So yung operations or the games ay nilalaro outside of the country and na nag-ooperate local dito. Eh ngayon, ang kanilang pong binabanggit sa amin, ito ay call center. So doon po kami nahihirapan.
Ibang sabihin na over the past few years, mas malaki pa sa 13.9 billion ang utang sa atin ng mga operators na ito.
Most likely, Senator. Most likely.
Meron ba kayong figure kung magkano?
For now, wala po akong hawak na figure. But definitely po, base sa mga nakikita nating operations nila, malaki po ito.
Well,
that's why we are, in the coming weeks, this will all be addressed.
Well, I hope under the new leadership, no, I know Arnell is new and under the new leadership of PAGCOR, hindi na lumaki itong utang na ito. No? I think the Filipino people have been shortchanged for a very, very long time.
Opo.
Kaya naman po nagkakaroon ng ganitong lagayan because sa haba ng panahon, iniisahan tayo nitong mga operator na ito. And isa lang to, Sinasabi nyo marami pang Mr. Lam operating. This is only one that came out, no, that surfaced. Pero hindi natin alam kung may mga ganito pang nangyayari, and this is illegal.
Yeah, we promise, Senator, that in the coming weeks there will be more clarity on how we will be dealing with this. But definitely, very stringent steps are now being undertaken by PAGCOR.
I hope the new administration will not will learn from the mistakes and not turn a blind eye on this illegal operation. And ang nakalungkot, 13 billion.
Yes.
No, ang hindi binayad sa atin, isa lang to sa marami.
Isa lang po ito.
Thank you
sa marami.
very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I pursue the line of questioning of Senator Gatchalian? At kanina nung umpisa tayo, and let me congratulate Mr. Ignacio, no, for being in PAGCOR and for the information he's giving us. Sir, am I correct that the position of the President is to stop all online gambling? He's made that pronouncement publicly, no? I'm not talking about implementation muna, but policy-wise, I've heard him say it 2 or 3 times on television that tigil lahat yan online gambling.
Meron pong binanggit na mahigpit na pagkakasabi ng presidente na ang online gaming po ay ihinto. But then I think later he made a declaration na basta po mahigpit po itong babantayan at may tax ng tama, ito po ay pwede mapagpatuloy.
Okay, so that's where I was going to take off. There are 2 considerations. One, licenses that are still valid, diba? Kasi sa Constitution, you just can't invalidate contracts just like that. No? So iba yung mga lisensya na expired na pwede nyong wag i-renew. At iba yung ongoing na bigla mo lang i-renew, no? Okay. And then the other thing is yung pagbayad ng tama ng tax. So I'll go into the policy later and ask PAGCOR and the DOJ if you can make a presentation the next hearing on the online gaming industry para maintindihan namin. Kasi ang punot dulo ng corruption na to or ng bribery or whatever we call it is yung laki ng pera sa online gaming, di ba? Kasi kung wala silang gustong i-bribe, whether yung Chinese nationals na hinuli o whether licenses o padrino, meaning kung legal yun. Kung itatayo nila halimbawa Burger King, Burger Machine, Jollibee, McDonald's at hindi to environmental, hindi to isang area na may problema sa environment, wala kang lalagyan di ba? Because everything's legal But dito sa online, I think may mga dililinis kayo, correct?
Oh, yes. Well, basta, Senator, we promise you, with the new administration of PAGCOR, ako po natawag ng Arnelli, pero hindi pa ako natawag na Sally, Patty, o Eddie. Tatay ko, pangalan Eddie. But definitely, we are not the kind of people that those name represents.
Well, that's the Arnell I know, but still, you're representing the right policy ng PAGCOR to clean up. But I'll just read this because ito yung point ko no? The issue of Mr. Lam is that whether or not he went into illegal online gaming compared sa legal. And I don't know if you can, is this true or not, that 95% of online gaming operators come from CESA, yung Cagayan Export Zone Authority, and they issued 110 master licenses under CESA. Each master license has an umbrella license and can accommodate 20 sub-licensees or operators. Each operators at least 500 employees, and sabi nila 90% of these are foreigners, mostly Chinese. Big-time operators can earn 100 million a month and small-time can earn 60 million a month. Jack Lam's operation says a registered company is considered as a big operator earning 100 million a month and employing 3,000 employees. There are 220 operators registered in CESA, etc., etc. No? But the point is to Mr. Chairman, PAGCOR and DOJ, no? Give us a briefing on the industry at totoo ba to na ang 360 daw ang estimate billion pesos unreported revenues.
Kasi kung totoo to, or if it's somewhere near that, then I would understand why the President at the start categorically said, huwag tayo mag-online kung hindi nagbabayad ng tama yung mga yan. I know it's be difficult because you have to make certain estimates. Ang narinig pa namin, Mr. Chairman, is that meron din isa, kumpanya o tao na siya tagabigay ng licenses. So dadaan ka sa kanya. So layers of possible corrupt acts or ang sabi ko sa Presidente, dapat ano to transparent, ito yung rules, lahat pwede mag-apply, kung bidding, etc. No? Pero kung, and to be fair sa CESA, no, this is just the information given to me. Is it correct, Mr. Ignacio, kapag CESA hindi nagre-register sa inyo?
Hindi po.
At all, kahit na ano lang?
Not within our jurisdiction. Basta sa kanila, the way we understand it, when they issue a license, the licensee can only operate within the economic zone of...
and there's no repertorial regulate. Ibig sabihin, hindi sila kailangan sabihin sa inyo yearly na, sir, 50 ang binigyan namin o 100.
Hindi po, hindi.
Okay. So, let me stop there, no? And just make my point, Mr. Chair, na mukhang may mas malalim pa dito talaga sa online gaming na to, no? Then may I go to the BID officials, Attorney, former Commissioner Argoncino, no? Sir, hindsight, no? Hindsight. Sabi mo kanina parang mahirap paniwalaan pero give you a chance to explain, no? Hindsight, do you accept that your actions opened your office up to suspicions of corruption?
Yes, Your Honor. Nung nakita ko po yung meeting kay Secretary Aguirre.
Yes, I'll give you an example, no? Bakit doon kayo magme-meeting sa City of Dreams at ba't hindi sa opisina niyo?
Actually, ang si Wally Sombero po yung nag-set nung meeting.
Yes, I do not mean to be a hypocrite kasi kami mga senador, we meet people in restaurants, in events, etc., no? Pero halimbawa si Senator Gordon, ang ating chairman, once na nag-start yung hearing, either dito o kung safe house. So sa in your case, sir, may kaso na may nilalakad na sa inyo May kinulong na kayo ng mga Chinese nationals. Tapos makikipag-meeting ka pa sa labas ng office mo. So even assuming wala yung 50 million, even assuming walang intriga na to, no? Just pure ethics. Dahil sinabi ng Pangulo no corruption in this. So kung ako po, may iniimbestigahan ako, biglang makita mo ako sa isang hotel, kausap ko iniimbestigahan ko, anong papasok sa isip niyo?
Saturday po yun, Your Honor.
Yes, that's another case. Why meeting mo na Saturday?
Your Honor, sabi nga po ni Secretary Aguirre, I was supposed to meet them ng 2 p.m.
Sir, you cannot open your office on a Saturday? Pwede, di ba?
Sabi po ni Secretary Aguirre, sinabay niya po doon sa kanyang homecoming sa BGC, Your Honor.
Okay. So, anyway, I'm showing you that my point of view, you opened your app. Okay.
Yes.
Let me continue. Nakita nyo na may dalang pera. Sinabi na sa inyo na, sir, pwede to, etc. And you admitted kanina, nalaman mo na ng pera.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hindi mo pa sinigawan, tinadyakan, sinampal, di ba? Hindi mo hinagis yung bag sa kanila. You stayed and you waited longer.
Your Honor, nagsasalita po siya tungkol po sa online gaming.
Yes, sir. Pero pag may dalang pera doon, Sabado, nasa hotel, wala sa opisina nyo, walang kahera, walang ibe-bail, may dalang pera, obviously, alam nyo na that you were sinusubukan na i-bribe kayo.
Yun po yung
sige, so I'm just going through it, sir, na hindsight. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then, inuwi nyo yung pera.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Hindi ba if you went to the police right away or sa, ano ba, City of Dreams, Pasay, Manila?
Paranaque, Your Honor.
Paranaque. If you went to the Paranaque at may inquest fiscal doon at diniposito mo yung pera, brinabribe kami, wala tayong problema sana ngayon, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yet, inuwi nyo ng ilang araw.
Your Honor, based nga po doon sa assessment namin, I am sorry for this indiscretion, Your Honor.
Okay.
Pero talaga pong walang pong sign na involved po si Jack Lam at that time, Your Honor.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who.
Yes, Your Honor.
It doesn't matter if I saw you. If I'm giving you a gift at wala akong kailangan, etc., baka mag-isip ka pa. Pero may dala akong 10 million, 20 million, 30 million. Di ba? Remember, there's such a thing as indirect bribery.
Your Honor, ang sinasabi po ni Wally Sombrero nung araw na yon ay marami po siyang sinasabi like POGO license. Sabi ko naman, hindi naman namin kaya na ibigay yung POGO license because PAGCOR matter po yan.
But that's still bribery.
Actually, may sinasabi rin po siya na ilabas daw yung mga, at the time, yung po mga illegal Chinese. Pero at the time naman po, Your Honor, tapos na po yung inquest. So nasampahan na po sila on the 26, Your Honor.
Yes, sir, but my point nga is that sinasabi niyo sa amin, konting patience, sana maniwala tayo. But gusto ko rin itong maging sample sa lahat ng nasa gobyerno na may mga pwede tayong gawin para hindi tayo pagsuspetsahan. At may gagawin tayo na kahit may presumption of innocence, nasisira yung presumption na yon, di ba? Na o-overturn kasi the circumstance will point towards that the crime was committed. Ako po, mag-uwi lang ako ng 200, 250, alam mo, galing sa bangko or dito sa bahay. Sabi na ng wife ko, ba't may malaking pera? Paano ko nandyan yan? Kung manakaw, etc. What more you said you had 20, 28 million pesos sa bahay mo for 2 weeks? Paano kung naluuban ng bahay mo, nanakaw yun, din nanakaw yung ebidensya? Even assuming na you were sincere at hindi totoo at talaga hinuhuli mo siya, hindi mo man lang nilagay sa for escrow o hindi mo dineposit sa safe o sa bangko o kaya ibinigay dun sa kinausap yung commissioner mo, no?
With all due respect nga po, hindi ko binanggit kay Commissioner Morente dahil nga po mistay niya po si General Kalima. Now, kay Secretary Aguirre naman po, we were supposed to inform Secretary Aguirre. Pero po,
no, sir, wala pa sir si General Kalima dito eh. I'm talking about the night na inuwi mo.
Na-inform na po ako ni Secretary Aguirre.
Yes, but the night na inuwi mo, wala man lang pumasok sa isip mo na this is illegal. This is money that is being used to bribe me. This is fruits of an illegal transaction, and I have to get it somewhere, not bring it home.
Naintindihan ko po, Your Honor.
Or actually, sir, you're not supposed to accept it. Or if you'll accept it, it's for... Kasi marami nagtatext sa akin, sir, ang dami na dyan umamin na trinay sila yung bribe, ba't hindi nila hinuli? Like, alam mo, si Secretary. Kasi ang problema ni Secretary, kung ni-record niya at wala siyang warrant, anti-wiretapping yon. Kung sasabihin naman niya, it's his word versus the other person's word. But in your case, hawak niyo yung pera eh. So kung diniretso niyo sa police, o nagtapatawag kayo ng police pasay doon, or dumiretso kayo sa, kung may inquest fiscal ready doon, wala tayong problema ngayon.
Tama po yun, Your Honor.
Okay. Kanina binanggit mo yung Chinese Embassy and they're not here to defend. Hindi ba ang sinasabi sa inyo ng Chinese Embassy? Because I was monitoring that as chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee. Hindi naman nila nilalakad, makawala, etc. Ang sinasabi nila, sir, number one, inhumane yung pinanglagyan nyo sila. Dahil napakarami sila, kulang ang CR, pagkain, etc.
Yun po yung sinasabi.
Number two, sinasabi, sir, yung may papeles naman. Yung wala, sige, i-deport nyo or whatever, pero huwag nyong i-detain inhumanely, di ba?
Yun po yung sinasabi.
Well, kasi kanina sinabi nyo, gusto nyo nga i-meet si Mr. Sombrero because tumatawag yung embassy. But nothing could have been discussed in that meeting that could have resolved yung nilalakad ng embassy.
Ang nagiging situation po, Your Honor, nandun lang po sila sa cafeteria. Ay 1,316 po yung nakadetain doon.
That's right. But kanina ginamit mong excuse eh. Sabi mo, kaya nga kayo magmi-meeting, gusto mo matapos na rin to, di ba? Pero paano nga sir matatapos sa isang meeting sa isang hotel? Wala naman doon yung files, hindi nyo naman dala yung dokumento, nakasara yung opisina nyo. Wala naman kayong pwedeng pag-usapan doon, ikaw na rin nagsabi.
Gusto ko po sanang malaman nga, dahil po si Jack Lam ho at that time ay tumutulong kung ano po ang pwedeng gawin doon sa 1,300. In fact, Your Honor, nag-release po kami ng Sabado po ito, I think November 26, ng mga minors.
Yes.
So kahit po holiday po yan.
Yes, over time you were releasing. My point is that you were using that as a reason to meet with him. Diba?
Actually, Your Honor,
ang sinabi ba ng Secretary, diyan ka sa hotel na yan at dito at isolve nyo ngayon yan?
Hindi naman po, Your Honor.
So that's what I was saying.
Yes, Your Honor.
Diba? Kasi duda ako pag kami nag-set ng meeting sa inyo, napupuntahan nyo kami ng 9 ng gabi yan?
Yes, Your Honor.
9 ng gabi sa isang hotel. Most likely, dito kayo sa opisina namin o kami sa opisina nyo. Ngayon, kung magkaibigan tayo o may presentation and everything, di ba? So, sir, 2 more points. Sabi nyo, pinuntahan kayo before, kaya nyo kilala, kasi nag-present sa inyo about online gaming.
Yes, Your Honor.
Bakit sa BID magpre-present? Ba't hindi sa PAGCOR?
Actually, in-invite lang po ako doon sa presentation na yun. Sinabihan lang po ako na may presentation si Wally.
Yes, sir. But bakit nga sa BID? Ano kilalaman ng BID sa online?
Your Honor, very much connected po ang BID sa online.
No, di ba ang connection nyo lang, sundin lang nila ang batas in terms of work permit, wala na kayong problema. Wala namang i-represent doon for your approval, hindi ba? It's just a matter of if they have the proper permits from the PAGCOR, CESA, or DOLE, and they have the proper documentation, diretso na, di ba?
Opo.
Oh.
Si General Calima po ang nag-set ng meeting. In-invite lang po kami na umattend.
Okay, so General, what does BID have to do with online gaming? Bakit kailangan kayo sa presentation?
Sir, Jordan, can I just read sir a few
Yes, sir.
statements
Go ahead,
sir,
sir.
para so that you will know where I'm coming from.
Actually, sir, isama mo na rin. I have the same question yung kay Attorney Argusino, no? Na it would have been deeply simplified if once that nahuli mo sila, nakuha yung pera, diniposito na yung pera sa authorities. Di ba, sir?
Yes, sir.
Pero since nga hawak ng private individuals, nandito tayo ngayon na trying to figure out who's telling the truth, sir. Di ba?
Yes, sir. So can I just read, sir, man? To the Honorable Chairman of the Blue Ribbon...
Excuse
Yes,
me.
sir.
Senator Cayetano, you're asking the right question, so you just give 5 more minutes.
One more question, sir.
Okay, all right. Sige, sige. Ayun.
Thank you lang to, sir. To the Honorable Chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee, Senator Richard Gordon, and the Honorable members of the Blue Ribbon Committee present, magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. I am Charles T. Calima Jr. and I'm here to honor the invitation of the Blue Ribbon Committee to shed light on the alleged bribery scandal at the Bureau of Immigration. I am a retired police officer. My last designation was as Director for Intelligence of the PNP and I held the rank of Police Director. Isa ako sa mga milyong-milyong Pilipino na lubos na naniwala sa sinabi ng ating Pangulo, si President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, na sa loob ng kanyang panunungkulan ay hindi niya papayagang mamayagpag ang korupsyon. Yan ang dahilan kung bakit ako bumalik sa serbisyo. I strongly believe on the President's sincerity and I cannot just watch things happen when I know that I still have what it takes to significantly contribute to his anti-corruption drive. Isa po sa mga naging guidance ko sa aking mga tauhan nang ilagay ako ni Commissioner Jaime Morente na mamuno ng Intelligence Division ng Bureau of Immigration ay ito. Huwag tayong kukuha ng bato na pamukpok sa ulo natin. We should always maintain our moral ascendancy over the targets of our operations. We cannot be conducting operations against corrupt immigration personnel when we ourselves are corrupt. And I always emphasize to them that we should be hard on those involved in corruption. Dahil kung dati ay pera-pera lang po ang ginagawa nila sa Bureau of Immigration, ngayon, corruption has very serious national security implications. Paano kung ang pinalusot kapalit ng pera ay isang terorista? We fail in our mandate as the country's gatekeepers dahil lang sa kagagawan ng isang corrupt immigration personnel. It was just too bad that various versions have come out regarding our counterintelligence operations in relation to the Fontana raid on November 24, 2016. That operation was not simply about putting in jail corrupt immigration officials. That is just the small picture. The bigger picture is bringing to the attention of the Secretary of Justice and the President the real state of the President's anti-corruption program, of bringing to their attention the betrayal na ginagawa ng ilang mga inappoint ng Pangulo para pangunahan ng kanyang seryosong anti-corruption drive. In my 38 years of government service, I have gone through so many battles against criminal elements, against various groups that threaten our freedom and democracy. I earned 138 police and military medals, including a wounded personnel medal, and was twice promoted to the next higher rank for my meritorious accomplishments against lawless elements. Sa Bureau of Immigration, I was behind the intelligence operation that opened the can of worms involving corruption, which has been going on for so many years inside the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos in the Department of Foreign Affairs. This involved the fraudulent issuance of Philippine passports to Indonesians and Malaysians traveling to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to attend the Hajj. Noon pa pong year 2000, ginagawa ang massive corruption na ito. Pero sa panahon lang namin ni Commissioner Morente nangyari ang panguhuli. Yung una po ay yung pasakay ang 177 na Indonesians sa isang eroplano ng PAL. Hinold po namin ito, hinuli namin yung 177. After that, I went on an undercover operation in Saudi Arabia to track down yung mga Indonesians and Malaysians na nakalusot. And ito po ay inabangan namin pagbalik nila, and we were able to arrest again more than 100 of these. And this involved hundreds of millions of pesos of bribe money every year. But this is an altogether different story, and that I hope matignan din ito ng Senado. I come from a poor family from La Union. Kapos ang aming mga magulang sa mga material na yaman. But our parents saw to it that we are rich with the values that they taught us to live by.
Excuse me,
Yan
sir.
po.
Excuse me. Mahaba pa po
Sir,
yan.
malapit na sir.
Kasi walang garal lang ako kasi
Yes,
meron
sir.
kami 2:30 po.
Yes, sir.
Eh, may magtatanong pa ako. But
Just two paragraphs, sir.
we will get that document later on and we will distribute it to everybody para they get your side.
Yes, sir. I'm just finished, sir.
Yes, sir. Go
Sandali.
ahead, go ahead,
Yes,
please.
sir.
Finish it.
So I come from a poor family from La Union. Kapos ang aming magulang sa mga material na yaman. But our parents saw to it that we are rich with the values that they taught us to live by. Yan po ang pinakamagandang iniwan na pamana ng aking tatay at nanay sa aming mga anak nila. Takot sa Diyos, law-abiding, mabuhay ng marangal, and other values. Wala po sa aking bokabularyo ang salitang extortion. My track record sa police officer will show this. Ako po ang nanguhuli ng mga taong involved sa extortion at sa mga taong gustong akong suhulan. Ang aking puhunan sa buhay and my priceless possessions in this world are my reputation and honor. I have cultivated this through the years, and I will never do anything to destroy my name and honor. Sabi po sa akin ni Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre noong December 14, 2016, I hope that you will be vindicated. Sana nga po, this hearing will vindicate me. Nasabi ko rin po sa kanya at sasabihin ko na rin sa ating Pangulo, Sir, when all of this is done, I want you to know that you had a good soldier on your side. Maraming salamat po, and I'm ready to answer the question of
Mr. Chair,
Senator.
I respect the statement and I understand the need, no, to show people your background kasi nagja-judge na, no.
Yes.
But anyway, marami kasi magtatanong. I just have one comment, but just that one question, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anong kilalaman ng BID sa online gaming? Bakit kayo nag-attend ng presentation?
Well, yung pong pagpunta ni Mr. Sumbero sa amin sa Bureau of Immigration, this was after he was presenting to the Department of Justice, for he told me, 4 na araw, separate occasions, sometimes ang mga presentation na reach mga 5 to 6 hours in every session. I think he told us he was presenting yung kaalaman niya sa small town lottery and online gaming. After that, ay nagsabi siya po kay Secretary Aguirre na kung pwedeng mag-present sa immigration, and he wrote us a formal letter. Basically po, yung pag-present niya sa amin sa immigration was because he was telling us na makakatulong yung organization niya sa immigration in terms of regulation of the online gaming industry. That he said he's going to make sure that yung mga involved sa online gaming ay kumuha sila ng mga working permits.
Yes, sir.
And pangalawa, yes sir, ang sabi niya, he will help us in the intelligence in terms of monitoring kung saan ang mga foreigners na ito. Yun po yung dahilan
Okay,
po.
so let me cut you there. So basically, he was covering all bases, umahanap sa DOJ and everything. It confirms partially na naghahanap ng padrino, but it also has to do with making your job easier na walang illegal na magtrabaho sa Pilipinas. Yan yung legal part.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, I'd just like to manifest this, no? When I was reading and monitoring yung kay Lieutenant Colonel Marcelino, di ba ganyan din nangyari? Yung nahuli siya sa loob ng drugs raid. Tapos sinasabi niya may mission siya. So nung tinanong yung iba't ibang ahensya, walang protocol. Walang makapagsabi, hindi sir, tunay na operations yan o hindi. Or sasabihin ng isang agency, wala. So ito po ang problema whether buy-bust siya, whether entrapment siya, whether sabihin nyo yung pera deputy commissioners or general, no? Kasi pag tinanong natin si Commissioner Morente, di ba, wala sa kanya yung OPLAN o yung plano. Walang dokumento na nagsasabing we will, kahit na walang, usually naman hindi specified yan, yung date at names to protect nga the operation, di ba? Pag tinanong natin ang Justice Secretary. So nangyayari, your word against my word. So, Mr. Chair, just for the sake of the in aid of legislation part, without clamping handcuffs on the intelligence community and operations, hindi naman pwedeng walang nakakaalam o walang protocol kapag may mga entrapment. Kung hindi, firme tayong ganito, may mahuhuli na pera at mag-iisip tayo, legitimate ba yung operations? At kawawa naman yung opisyal kung legitimate yung operation. Pero mukha naman tayong, I don't wanna say the word, no? Dahil, sasabihin ng iba, nagmumura ako dito, pero mukha naman tayong, may I use tanga, no? Mukha naman tanga, if we're always going to be told here na yung pera, hinawakan lang yung pera, ginito namin, when it's so obvious that hindi natin sinunod ang mga reasonable protocols of surrendering the money to the proper authorities. So I'll stop there, Mr. Chair, and hope that after this hearing, magkaroon nga ng maybe a presidential issuance or maybe even in our law, a procedure for all of this para at least pag tinanong Commissioner or DOJ Secretary, totoo ba itong operation na to? Categorically, they can say yes or no. Ngayon, Mr. Chair, nagtuturoan lang po. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Well, that's standard operational procedure in all countries, that there is an operational plan that must be followed and there must be reports. It cannot be boka-boka because wala kayong depensa. Ano nangyayari? Walang depensa. So, even if the presumption of regularity in the performance of duties is there, it can easily be, as you can see, overturned by what is happening. With the permission of Senator Soto, I think Senator Mr. Robles wanted to just answer. Did you want to answer something? Make a comment?
I'll forgo with my answer. I forgot already, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Senator Soto's arguments.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let me digress a little, but karamihan ng mga gusto ko itanong na. Yung mga sagot na narinig ko, mukhang hindi naman tayo audience doon sa mga sagot nila. Hindi rin publiko ang audience nila. Ang audience nila yung korte. Kaya medyo parang tabingi yung mga sagot, yung pwedeng baliktarin later on. Anyway, so I won't touch on that anymore. Let me just be very specific on a piece of legislation that I'm looking at because of what happened. Kanino po ba nakuha yung CCTV nung gabi? Nung gabi ng November 26, madaling araw ng November 27. Sino nakakuha at paano nagkaroon?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. The CCTV came from City of Dreams.
Who are you again? You're the
Attorney Jomini Nasalena, Your Honor. Legal counsel for City of Dreams.
sorry, you cannot speak.
Your client is not here.
Your Honor, Mr. Jeff Anders is out of the country and I was authorized to represent them, City of Dreams.
But your client has to be here. You're here only to advise the client.
We also have the Vice President of Legal Affairs here, Your Honor. If I may.
Vice President of?
Legal Affairs of City of Dreams.
Oh, legal affairs. That's why the proper person to answer that would be somebody from
Good afternoon, Your Honors.
Good afternoon. Mr. Chair, may I continue?
Could you please state your name?
My name is Marisa Tomacruz Academia, Your Honor.
Before you throw us your tomahawk, Ms. Tomacruz, can you raise your hand, please? And
you, sir, refer to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding. Thank you.
okay, let the record state that Ms. Tomacruz has taken her oath. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Senator. On December 8, we received a letter from the National Bureau of Investigations requesting that we we review our records, and on a specific date,
December 8, natanggap ninyo request ng NBI.
Opo, sulat po.
Sulat ng NBI.
Opo.
Requesting for a copy of the CCTV.
Of our CCTV po, within a certain period of time.
Which included November 26 and 27, I suppose.
Opo, yes, sir.
All right. And you immediately gave them a copy.
It had to go through the process po, Senator, kasi mahaba po yung film. So, but at the end, because they gave us a timeline, so we had to give it within the period that they required us to give it.
So, nakuha ng NBI. Paano napunta sa media? Paano napunta kay General Kalima?
Hindi na po namin alam, Your Honor. We just complied with the formal request of the NBI.
General Kalima, paano nakarating sa inyo yung kopya ng CCTV? You said you had a copy. You told Attorney Algusino.
Sir, wala naman sir. Sinasaywar ko lang sila, sir.
Wala ka talaga.
Saywar lang yun, sir.
Saan galing yun sa media? Inilabas na sa TV. Anybody from the Department of Justice can answer on behalf of the NBI?
Sir, wala rin po kaming natanggap, Mr. Chair, na yung actual na pinadala sa amin or nakuha namin. Ang nakita lang namin, sir, yung kumakalat na rin po.
Ang NBI, natagyan na nila natanggap.
I have to verify with the NBI po siguro by next hearing. Kasi from the DOJ proper po, Mr. Senator, wala po kami.
Alright, let me move forward. Although that is a hanging question, I want to know how it came about na nakarating sa media, sa amin, or kung kani-kanino yung kopya ng CCTV. As a matter of fact, it's laudable. Pero, ang tanong ko, related dito ngayon sa Shangri-La, yung CCTV ninyo. Beyond 30 days, nagre-record over na kayo sa CCTV nyo. Ganun ang intindi ko sa explanation nyo kanina.
Yes, sir. So, after the 30 days...
after 30 days, yung ginagamit ninyong mga recorders, pinapatungan na, nagre-record na kayo.
We're using a general NVR, so we loosen up so that we can record new data.
Kaya nga, record new data and then the old data already deleted, or not deleted, but recorded over.
Right,
parang na-delete na rin, ano?
Correct, sir, correct.
Okay. Ba't yung ginagawa yun? Nagtitipid kayo, Shangri-La kayo? Baka, 7 piso lang ang halaga ng CD, ah. Why don't you, instead, all those CCTVs after 30 days, lipat sa CDs para may mga na-record kayo just in case something happens in the future na may kailangan kayong balikan. Ba't pinagtitipiran ninyo? I'm not talking specifically just you. I'm talking about the others. Pagcor, kung sino-sino na CCTV, meron sila ugali na nagre-record over. Imbis na itabi yung mga CCTV for a certain time, why not copy?
Yes, sir. We also do this if there's an incident occurred.
Oh, within 30 days. But like in this case, this incident happened in November 26, the evening of November 26 or 25, whatever date that was. Pagkatapos, December 8, December 10, medyo sabog na yung iskandalo tungkol doon. Nandun pa yun. Pero hindi nyo pre-reserve. After 30 days, na-record over. I am seriously considering, Mr. Chair, filing a bill that will mandate that they should not public places or government areas must not delete their CCTV records and keep a compilation of such, Mr. Chair. Palagay ko, yun ang
After all, it's digitized already.
Correct.
Data lang yan.
Ilang CD lang yan, ang mura-mura na CD, 7 piso. Oh, ang mahal ng halaga ng, di ba? So, that's one, Mr. Mr. Chairman. And then, I don't know who to ask. Yung itong Fontana Leisure Parks, kailan ba ito nag-umpisa ng operations? Baka si Mr. Ignacio will be able to know, or PAGCOR. Kailan nag-umpisa mag-operate ang Fontana Leisure Parks and Casino?
It started operating in 1999, Senator.
And when did the Bureau of Immigration learn that the Chimay Group, which operates Fontana, has employed illegal Chinese workers in their business? Commissioner Morente.
May be clarified of the question, Your Honor.
When did you learn that the Chimay Group, which operates Fontana, has employed illegal Chinese workers sa kanilang negosyo?
I'm not familiar with the Chimay Group of companies, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may ask.
Attorney Alcosina?
Based on our investigation, Your Honor, the name that appeared is Next Games. Next Games, Your Honor.
Next Games?
Yes, Your Honor.
NEXT?
NEXT, Your Honor. Next Games. I think it's
so
Next Games Resources. Hindi po ito yung name na may-ari ng
Hindi yun ang ginamit na name. Okay, so yun, Next Games.
Ito po yung
when did you learn that they were employing illegal Chinese workers?
Nagkaroon po ng briefing with SOJ, with Secretary of Justice, sometime 3 or 4 days ago, before November 24, Your Honor.
So, November 21, saka yes, ang alaman na gano'n.
Yes, Your Honor.
Paano ba yung, for you to know this and then for you to apprehend these people, anong process na sinusunod niyo?
Your Honor, in this particular case, may directive po si SOJ directing the Bureau of Immigration to conduct law enforcement operation. Ito po yung mag-conduct ng raids sa Fontana. Allegedly because nga po may mga illegal na Chinese workers in Fontana.
So, by mga November 21 nyo lang nalaman?
Yes, Your Honor.
Merong 1,316 undocumented Chinese workers.
That was the result of the arrest, Your Honor.
Okay. How many undocumented foreigners does the Bureau arrest on a yearly basis, Commissioner Morente?
Sir, I do not have the exact figure, but I can provide the committee, sir.
Can you provide the committee a copy or an answer to that, perhaps in the next hearing? Because I want to know if the current trend in the arrests of illegal aliens is increasing or decreasing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Perhaps in the last 2 years, up to the present.
Noted, Your Honor.
All right. Now, as of the moment, what measures have you undertaken or done to put in place in order to prevent similar occurrences in the future? Have you taken steps from December to now?
Occurrences of
the like, you know, a company operating in the Philippines with 1,000 plus undocumented foreigners.
We have instructed our field officers to monitor the undocumented foreigners, Your Honor, which we estimate at more or less 300 to 500,000. Some of these are overstaying, but we do not have the technical capability, the computer system that could identify whether foreigners are overstaying unless they are specifically checked individually in our BI information system.
Commissioner, parang nahihirapan ako sa system na sinasabi nyo, 300,000 plus, and then you do not have enough capabilities. Hindi pala nakakapagtanong tumawag ng hearing yung Committee on Civil Service tungkol sa organization nyo.
Yes, Your Honor. We have very limited manpower capability. Most of these are in the airports. Our intelligence unit, the fugitive search is only more or less 14. Our intelligence officers are numbering less than 100. So, all in all, we only have 1,600 regular plantilla positions and about 900 confidential agents which we hire on a regular basis. Kasi hindi naman mo kami, yung aming new Immigration Act was not passed, which could have addressed the manpower requirement as well as the upgrade of salaries of our personnel, such that we even have, as of the present, an impending exodus of our people because the
exodus to where?
To other work, Your Honor, because the overtime pay was the express lane fund was removed and effectively reduced the take-home salary of our personnel.
That sounds more than, that sounds more like a budgetary problem. And every year you submit your budget, and your secretary has to justify. If you, I come from the Department of Tourism, and we've been trying to increase the rate of tourism in this country. Kung umabot tayo ng 10 million, wala na kayong magagawa.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you really have to have a concomitant increase in the budget.
That is why we are pushing for the new Immigration Act, which could
address... You don't need an
address...
Immigration Act. You need budget to add to the plantilla.
Yes, Your Honor.
Positions.
And the continuance of the overtime pay, because I do understand the plight of the Bureau of Immigration officers na hanggang madaling araw yung iba dun, di ba? Or karamihan.
All of our employees since the late Senator Miriam Santiago almost 30 years ago instituted the Express Lane Fund worth 10.5 hours a day, Your Honor, in the airports, in the main office, in the field offices. And this is the basis for the payment of overtime pay from the Express Lane. But this year, we were told it's going to be deposited to the National Treasury, and the Department of Budget and Management is just offering us plantilla positions, but there is no increase in the basic salary of immigration officers. Ang 70% po ng aming tauhan are in the salary grade 1 to 11. Yung aming immigration officers are salary grade 11 with a take-home pay of 16,000. It is just being augmented by the express lane, and removing it will effectively have economic impact on the families of these people. And we are still asking for intervention from the Department of Justice and even Malacanang, so that there should be a transition period before they remove immediately the express lane fund, because most of our yung aming mga abogado ho, baka mag-alisan, we will have a problem processing the visas, which runs to about 500 to 600 a week. And yung IT namin ho, ang aming mga systems run on IT, they might be going to other work, and we will have a problem on the maintenance of the IT. Sayang naman ho yung aming Tier 1 status in IACAT. pag hindi ho nasuportahan ito, baka pag nag-alisan ho yung aming immigration officers, we will find a hard time in the counters sa arrival gates natin po.
So presently in your present budget, you do not have this budget for new hires?
Sorry, sir?
For new hires?
We were told we will source it from the MOE, Your Honor, and yung confidential agents, these are on hire for 6 months. They will be paid 14,000 a month, and yung aming ang concern ko kasi yung aming immigration officers whose take-home pay is 16,000, they have to rent 100 pesos for parking at the airport. They have to shoulder their meals, and they also have to, of course, spend for the family. So 16,000, Your Honor, is too low a pay. Pag umalis mo ito, sayang mo yung investment ng training na binigay namin sa kanila. Kasi yung counter experience is mahirap pong palitan. We only have a training facility that would accommodate 50 per class. And kung may mag-aalisan at magpapalit kami ng mga tao who will be interested to receive the salary, mahihirapan kami. So that's why I take this opportunity na mailabas namin during this hearing yung plight ng immigration, which we have naipasa na nung last Congress. Kaya lang ko, inabutan, sinabay daw sa Freedom of Information Bill, nawala ng quorum, hindi na rin na-approve yung modernization bill for immigration.
One thing we can promise you is that we will look into the Immigration Act. We can promise you that. And then perhaps you will submit the records that I'm asking for in the next hearing.
Will do, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
I'm done, Mr. Chairman. I'll just wait for the next hearing for my other questions.
Just a quick question. Siguro kailangan nyo rin yung computers niyo kasi ang mga problema dyan is nag-overstay yung mga yan no? Di ba?
Computer operator, sir?
No, computers. More powerful computer.
Yes, sir.
Pag umalis yung tao na beyond this visa allowance, no? Malalaman nyo kung hindi umalis, malalaman nyo kung nag-overstay, di ba?
Alam namin, sir, pag umalis at saka dumating, pero yung overstaying,
kaya nga, yun
wala
sir,
kami.
computers ang kailangan nyo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, make sure we will put it in there sa account. You'll get the support, at least from this representation, and Senator Soto, and I'm sure Senator Subirin, Senator Escudero, na kaya, away ang gusto nito, no? Anyway.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry. Senator Trillanes, you're next.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to address my questions first to the Commissioner of Bureau of Immigration. General Morente, sir, ano yung version nyo dito sa mga pangyayari? Dahil hindi na-extra kanina. Dito sa bribery issue nito. Simula doon sa pag-grade, tapos and then after.
Doon sa rate po, this was, gaya in-explain nung kanina ni SOJ, it was a DOJ directed operations. Noong 21, binigyan nung kami ng directive to conduct operations. The following day, on the 22nd, I had a case conference with the Fugitive Search Unit, the intelligence, the legal, for the preparation of the implementing plan for the conduct of the law enforcement operation in Fontana. On the 23rd, the Fugitive Search Unit was issued a mission order for the conduct of surveillance to identify kung may mga activity doon. And on the 24th, the operation was started at 3 p.m. It ended on the following day, on the 25th, around 2 a.m. And since there was no facility that could house the more than 1,300, this being the biggest arrest, they were processed in Fontana Convention Center, Your Honor. Just on the side, we have a warden facility. The biggest is in Bikutan, which could only house 150. Punong-puno na ho ito, there are about 180. So,
doon sa mga pangyayari na yan, you mentioned na DOJ initiated ito. Nagsabi ba sa iyo si Secretary Aguirre na huwag niyong sasabihan si General Calima or anything to that effect?
Wala naman po, Your Honor. Actually, General Calima joined the case conference the following day, yung 22nd po, in the planning session.
Okay, dun sa November 22nd, dun sa pre-planning na conference or coordinating conference, ando doon si Secretary Aguirre, ando doon din si General Calima?
Wala po, Your Honor. Noong 21 po, pinatawag kami sa DOJ together with, I think, NBI Geran, some of the USEC, Attorney Jake Licas, who is also the head of the Fugitive Search Unit. Doon po inan sa amin yung directive to conduct the law enforcement operation.
Okay. Pero walang sinabi si Secretary Aguirre na huwag kang mag-coordinate kay General Calima?
Wala, Your Honor.
And dun sa ano, sir? Dun sa sinabi nyo since DOJ initiated siya. So wala kayong inkling beforehand about this illegal operation sa Fontana?
None, Your Honor.
Okay. Ngayon, did you instruct or direct yung dalawang associate commissioners ninyo to to facilitate kung ano man, anything regarding dito sa operation na ito?
Kasama ko sila sa planning session namin noong 22nd. And nung 24 kasi nagkaroon kami ng Board of Commissioners meeting. On the 25th, I flew to Davao. I came back 27. I asked dito ko associate commissioners to please check, visit Fontana and check what other requirements are needed by our operating units. Yun lang po ang naibigay kong instruction sa kanila.
Okay. Dun sa ano, sir? Dun sa supposed counter-intel operations ni General Calima, kailan niya to sinabi at ano nangyari after?
Actually, Your Honor, nung 25 ng gabi, I was informed by General Calima na there are unidentified Bureau of Immigration personnel na humingi ng areglo for the release of the detainees. Pero wala naman nung sinasabing pangalan. So I told him, do the validation, do the case build-up. Alam niya naman mo yan, yung counterintelligence operation. So, para mahuli natin kung sino yung mga tauhan natin na gumagawa ng illegal activities. Because even before, when we assumed the office on July, we already prepared a among others, a counterintelligence plan to check, dahil alam namin na Bureau of Immigration is one of the, if not one of the graft-ridden bureaus din. Dahil may mga protection racket, meron nga akong listahan kami ng mga modus operandi na ginagawa ng mga immigration officers, and we even have an unvalidated list of those in the past were involved in illegal activities. So Sa simula pa lang ho, yun na yung ginagawa namin kasi I take it to heart the instruction of the President na read the Bureau of Graft and Corruption, which is one of my 3 priority short-term programs. The other one being improvement of efficiency in the service to the clientele, and most especially yung strengthening of borders natin for the entry of illegal, of those persons involved in illegal activities, mga terrorists and the like.
Yung so sinabi ni General Kalima sa inyo na hindi niya sinabi lang niya operation pero hindi niya sinabi kung sino yung mga involved. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Wala pa akong names noon.
So kailan niya sinabi sa inyo yung mga names?
On the 29th, Your Honor, I was told, he informed me na merong I think 30, Your Honor. On November 30, I was told, may entrapment operations na ginagawa involving the 2 associate commissioners, as requested by Mr. Wally Sombero. Siya ang tinawagan, siya ang tinap.
So after that, ano yung mga nangyari?
December 1 ay nag-report siya sa akin. Sinabi niya na hindi nga natuloy daw yung entrapment operations for some reason. And that Wally Sombero, Colonel or General Wally Sombero, also informed him na the 2 associate commissioners were caught on CCTV. Yun po yung update niya sa akin on December 1.
So every step of the way during these so-called counter-intel operations, you were apprised or updated?
In most cases, Your Honor, hindi naman po lahat ng operational details were given to me by General Kalima. Alam niya naman paano gawin yon. Just the important details probably were relayed to me, Your Honor.
So, on the other hand, ito si Attorney Argusino and si Attorney Robles, did they update you regarding or nagbigay sila ng feedback regarding dun sa operation dun sa Fontana?
Yes, Your Honor, kasi nung nasa Davao ako from 25 in the evening up to 27, I received regular updates from Attorney Licas, from Attorney Argusino regarding the situation nga sa Fontana kasi ang sabi ko sa akin, congested yung Fontana Convention Center, umaangal na yung mga Chinese wards, and even the Consul General was also called me up telling me you might be putting into risk yung improving relations of China and the Philippines because of the way you're treating our nationals. So ang sabi ko, let's provide whatever space we can para hindi naman para mabigyan naman ng relief din yung. I even instituted upon request of the custodial force an organized kasi mga 4 days na silang walang paligo. Nag-organize kami ng Oplan shower ang tawag namin.
So, sir, walang sinasabi si Attorney Argusino and sa Attorney Robles regarding yung sa binigay sa kanila ng pera?
Wala, Your Honor.
Wala. From nangyaring raid noong November 24 hanggang noong December, wala sila sinabi sa inyo?
None, Your Honor. I just found it out from General Kalima.
So, ngayon, you were mentioning about a meeting between Attorney Robles, Attorney Argusino, and General Kalima in your office. So, pwede nyo bang ilahad sa amin kung ano nangyari dun, sir?
There was a confrontation, Your Honor. Ganong kinuwento ko kanina.
Ano ba yung date na?
December 8, Your Honor. December 8. Pumunta ko sa akin yung 2 associate commissioners. Telling me na hinaharas ho sila ni General Kalima, and telling them na meron meron siyang pinanghawakan na they were involved in illegal activities. So, nung nakaalis ho sila, tinawag ko si General Kalima. Sabi ko, you're being accused of this and that. Sabi niya, baka pwedeng ipatawag sila. So that I can hear my side. And they had a confrontation. Nauna ko si Associate Commissioner Robles. Pumunta sa opisina. Doon sila nag-usap in front of me ni General Kalima.
So, ano yung mga pinag-usapan and ano yung mga demeanor? So, ikwento nyo lang, sir.
Pinakita po ni General Kalima yung kanyang mga holdings doon sa kanyang computer and tinawagan niya ho si Montulpo, gaya na naikwento niya kanina, asking him what's the plan of Tulpo. Sabi ng Tulpo is watch out for the article on Saturday, which is his usual I think time na nagre-release siya sa column niya. And Wally Sombrero also was put on speakerphone. I saw Associate Commissioner Robles.
Anong sinabi, sir, ni Mr. Sombrero?
I think General Kalima, sir, can say it better. Hindi kasi siya yung nakikipag-usap po. I was also busy signing most of the mga papers doon.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get to that later. So, si Atty. Robles, you were saying?
He was disturbed already, sir, kasi sabi nga niya, patay na yung kanyang career and nag-ano siya kung paano siya matulungan. So, sabi ko, well, I cannot do anything about it. You have to face the consequence of your action. So, tinawagan mo si Atty. Alargosino, dumating naman, and nag-usap din sila ni General Kalima, and present din yung mga holdings niya.
So during that meeting, may sinabi ba sila, Atty. Robles, or Atty. Agusino, na meron silang ginagawang entrapment operation or anything? Tapos na-mention din ba nila about the money?
Wala silang sinabi, Your Honor, na they are conducting entrapment operations. Actually, they were quite disturbed already dahil nga hindi ba ang sinabi kasi na magre-release ng news article si Montulfo on the Saturday, coming Saturday.
So, in short, you vouch for the the credibility of General Kalima, sir?
I do, Your Honor. I always presume regularity in the conduct of his actions kasi most of these were cleared with me, and I do not see any reason for him on December 9 he will take hold of the money knowing that on December 10 it's going to blow up already. So it was just part of the counterintelligence operations na he conducted.
So, sinasabi ko lang yan kasi contrary dun sa sinasabi ni Secretary Aguirre na hindi mapagkakatiwalaan si General Kalima, General Morente, in fact, sinasabi mo na mapagkakatiwalaan si General Kalima. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir. On my own, I know him as a person.
Okay. So, pupunta tayo kay General Kalima. Sir, ano yung simula na encounter nyo tong issue na ito? Ano yung version nyo of the story?
Yes, Your Honor. Bale, itong operation na to, there are three phases, Your Honor. Yung first phase ay yung nahuli na, yung mga Chinese Fontana, and then the next day ay tinawagan ako ni Mr. Sombrero na merong nga nagsisimula na mga lumalapit na mga taga-Bureau of Immigration daw na inaareglo yung kaso. So, ang na-request ko sa kanya, kung pwede niyang sabihan yung mga nag-report sa kanya, nakunin yung mga pangalan ng mga tao na nangihingi ng mga taga-immigration so that we can conduct an entrapment operation. And then yung first part nga ng bribery, which involves 50 million, ay ito yung inaamin naman na na merong nangyari na ganun, na after na mag-usap si SOJ and sina Jack Lam, ay almost 12 hours after ay bitbit na ni Associate Commissioner Argusino and Associate Commissioner Robles yung 50 million. And this was caught on CCTV. Nakita naman natin doon, lumabas na yon na bitbit nila yung pera at naipakita pa doon hanggang doon sa sakyan nila na dinala yon. That was the first phase. Yung second phase, ito yung nagre-request na naman, nagdedemanda naman itong specifically si Atty. Argusino ng another 50 million. At ito yung na-report sa akin ni Mr. Sumbero. Kaya magkakandak sana kami ng entrapment operation. Pero hindi natuloy ito dahil Secretary of Justice Aguirre was already on media. At sinasabi niya na merong bribery attempt sa kanya. Pero ang dito rin sa insidente na ito ay kahit na si SOJ ay nasa public na, nasa media, ni-interview, meron na rin news article sa Inquirer, si Associate Commissioner Argusino was still insisting na i-release yung another 50 million. Kasi ang gusto nga nila ay kaliwaan. Mabuo yung 100 million, tsaka pa lang sila mag-start na mag-release ng 600. Anyway, kung nandito si Wally Sumbero, he would be able to discuss this dahil sila yung yung kausap naikwento lang niya sa akin. Ngayon dahil hindi na natuloy yung delivery ng second 50 million, nag-report ako kay Commissioner Morente and tinitingnan namin kung meron na ba kaming matibay na kaso dito sa dalawa. At yun nga, tinitingnan namin yung ebidensya na nakuha sila ng CCTV, pero that is only yung ipinakita kasi doon sa unang report is meron lang bitbit na bag na ang sabi ni Wally Sumbero ay ito raw ay naglalaman na 50 million. But as far as that camera is concerned, ang nakikita lang natin ay bag. Hindi naman natin nakita doon sa wala namang x-ray yung camera na nakita natin pera laman nun. So sabi ko, parang mahina yung ebidensya kung bag lang. Second are the text messages na pinapakita niya. Ganun din. Yung text messages is only depende kung paano mo interpretin yung nakasulat doon. So kung iti-next na 5 folders, malalaman lang natin na yung 5 folders na yon ay 50 million pala kasi sasabihin sa atin na yung isang folder ay ibig sabihin ay 10 million. Pero standing alone, walang nag-interpret, walang illegal doon sa 5 folders na yon. So tinitingnan namin, ang nakita nga namin na paano ma-close yung loop, para natin malaman, para maka-establish tayo na merong krimen na nangyari. So we continue conducting a counterintelligence operation, this time naman, para ma-recover yung ebidensya. So ang hinahabol po namin ay hindi lang yung alleged na 50 million, kundi all evidence that will, na mga gamit namin to prove na meron ang nangyari na extortion. Ito po yung sinasabi ko nung nagkandak kami ng counterintelligence operation. Ayun po, dati naman kayong sundalo, alam niyo yung anong ibig sabihin ng tradecraft, how we conduct counterintelligence operations, paano ka makakuha ng impormasyon sa kalaban. Kaya nga meron tayong tinatawag na may cover story tayo. Sometimes we try to win to our side yung kalaban so that we can extract information. And this is what we did. The two objective of this counterintelligence operation is to identify kung sino pa yung mga kasama nila. Kasi according to Wally, meron pa silang mga minimension ng mga tao.
I totally understand, sir, yung sinasabi nyo. Pero in addition to the two associate commissioners, sino pa yung minimension ni Wally Sumbero that you can recall?
Ang nakikita ko lang po is parang ito ay style lang nila para yung hinihingan nila ng pera ay pumayag sa kasi po ang unang sinasabi nila is yung daw mga Chinese, ililipat na sa Bilibid, na kung saan ay nandun yung mga mamamatay tao. Parang tinatakot muna nila. After that ay sasabihin naman nila na meron silang connections, matutulungan nila si Jack Lam. Pero, and I stated this in my complaint doon sa ombudsman, doon sa i-final ko sa kanila ng plunder case. Nakita ko na parang style lang nila yon. Nasasabihin nila na meron silang mga, napapalabasin nila na nagne-negotiate lang sila. Pero actually, sila lang yung involved dito. As ang nakita ko po dyan na indicator, kaya yun ang ginawa ko na conclusion, ay dahil simula nung matanggap nila yung pera, hanggang nung December 9, na kung saan ay dinala nila yung target ng counterintelligence operations namin, nakita ko na pinaghatian pala nila yung 48 million na pera. Kasi nung dineliver yung dalawang bag sa office ko, ang sabi ni Associate Commissioner Argusino, Charles, bahala ka na dito, tulungan mo kami. At 18 yan, sabi niya, kinuha ko yung 6 para sa akin, yung other 24 na kay kung Mike, sabi niya. So doon ko nakita na style lang pala nila yun. All the while, sila lang naman pala naghati. Wala naman talaga silang ibang kausap. Yun po yung, and then after that, nung madala po sa akin yung bag na sabi nila naglalaman ng 18 million, hindi ko na po binuksan yun, hindi ko tinignan ang laman because I was already happy na napasakamay ko yung ebidensya. I secured the evidence. And then I told General Morente about it, and he instructed me to report to the SOJ. So wala pong gap yun. Just to disassociate yung iniisip ng iba na I took it for my own personal So ayaw naman po akong harapin ng SOJ. Kasi as intelligence officer, ang trabaho ko po ay hindi mag-deliver ng chismis. Ang trabaho ko pa ay i-validate ang mga reports. Kumpletohin ko reports ko, at kumpleto na ko ng reports, iharap ko sa boss ko. Because that will now become the basis of his decision making. Whether in terms of policy making or in terms of conducting an operation. So yun po ang ginawa ko. Pero ayaw na po akong harapin. Kaya nga po, tinetext ko pa si SOJ, sinasabi ko sa kanya, Sir, you have been receiving a lot of unprocessed information. Maliwanag po yun. Ibig sabihin na unprocessed information, chismis lang yan. Ako, intelligence officer ko, my job is to present to my boss yung complete information, validated with all the evidence, with all the assessment. Ayaw naman pa ako harapin. And then on the 13th, tinerminate ako sa serbisyo. So, I was now left hanging. Anong gagawin ko dito? So, pero simula po napunta sa akin yung pera, we were already preparing a case against the two associate commissioners. So, that explains po kung bakit nagtagal sa akin yung pera. Nagtagal yun, hindi dahil interesado ako doon, kundi dahil I was preparing a strong case against them. And I do not want also to be i-advertise ko sa kalaban kung ano yung hawak ko na ebidensya sa kanila. I want na pag-present ko, bulagan na lang sila, ganun pala kalakas yung ebidensya ko sa kanila. And that happened, and that is what happened po. And that would explain kung bakit yung pera ay nilutang ko na lang nung nandun ako sa IDG at present ko yung kaso for plunder against the two associate commissioners po.
Okay. Anong date binigay sa inyo, sir, ni Atty. Argusino yung pera?
I think December 9, sir.
December
9, sir. Yes.
So, immediately sinabi nyo kay General Morente?
Yes, sir.
So, immediately, pag-receive nyo yung pera, in-inform nyo na kagad siya as significant information in relation to the counterintelligence operations that you were conducting?
Yes, sir. And the next day, nag-meet kami, and I briefed him on everything. At yun nga sinabi niya sa akin na guidance na ako na ang mag-report kay SOJ dahil ako naman ang nakakaalam ng buong detalye. And yun naman po ang ginawa ko kaagad, pero hindi naman po ako hinaharap ni SOJ. Ang sinasabi lang niya ay papatawag ako yung mga next week, mga ganun po. So, sabi ko umaandar yung and then by Tuesday, December 13, tinirmate na rin po ako as acting chief ng Intelligence Division. So, wala na po but even then po, up to December 14, ay tinetext ko pa rin sa SOJ. But all the while, while I was texting him, we were preparing already the case against the two commissioners.
O, sige, sir. Ngayon, itong sinasabi ni General Sumbero sa inyo, paano daw palalayain yung mga nakadetain na Chinese nationals ni Atty. Argusino and Atty. Robles? Paano raw yung pera kapalit noon ipagpalaya? So paano daw papalayain?
Sir, ang pagkaintindi ko dito, si Wally Sumbero, in his capacity as AGSPA President, was asking the help of Secretary Aguirre na kung pwedeng matulungan, because he was telling us, and even his presentation, so this is a legitimate online gaming business. Doon po sa mga text na, but I guess siguro si Mr. Sumbero ang makapag-testify dito. But just to share you yung information na binigay niya sa akin. Sinasabi niya kay SOJ na walang financial consideration dito sa pagtulong kay Jack Lam. In fact, minention na naman yon nung nagseset na ng meeting kay SOJ. Kaya sabi niya, ay nagulat na lang siya kung bakit aliwanag naman yung usapan nila ng SOJ na walang financial consideration involved, pero humihingi na, nung meeting ay humihingi na ng 100 million si Atty. Argusino. At yung una nga ay 50 million muna. Ang sabi, that's kung mga 5:30 natapos yung meeting nila with the SOJ, 6 o'clock next day, that's about 12 hours after, ay meron na silang hawak na 50 million. At ang that was on a Sunday. Wednesday, after 4 days, ay humingi na naman sila ng dagdag na 50 million. Para daw kaliwaan, i-release nila, kunin nila yung 50 million, they will start releasing yung mga Chinese. Pero naguluhan yung mga Chinese kasi ang sabi, akala ko ba uusapan natin doon sa 600 na sinabi doon sa 50 million na bigay namin sa inyo ay i-release yung 600. Bakit ngayon 100 million na ang hinihingi? Tapos yung pala lumalabas na bail lang yung ano. But anyway, sir, I think Wally Sumbero would be able to expound on this kasi siya naman po, kinikwento lang niya sa akin.
So more or less, nakuha ko naman, sir, yung gist nung statement nyo. Ngayon, tatanungin ko si Atty. Argusino. Atty. Argusino, meron ka bang minention kay Secretary Aguirre ng 50 to 100 million at any time?
Si Sumbero po yung nagsabi sa akin. Wala po ako sinabi kay Secretary Aguirre.
Walang alam si Secretary Aguirre na 50 to 100 million. Yang sinabi.
Wala po yun.
Ngayon, minention mo doon sa press con mo, nung umalis si Secretary Aguirre na nag-meeting kayo noong November 26 kayo meeting, di ba? Sinabi niya, alis na siya. May bilin ba sa sayo?
Ano po yan, Your Honor?
May bilin ba sa Secretary Aguirre nung umalis siya doon sa meeting nung November 26 sa Shangri-La?
Wala po. Umalis po
wala
siya
siyang,
may reunion po siya.
Wala siyang sinabi? Kasi meron kang sinabi doon sa press con mo nung December 13.
Alin po yun in particular?
Ang sinabi ni Secretary Aguirre sa inyo nung tumayo na siya na Atty. Argusino, ikaw na ang bahala.
Nung sinabi niya po yun kasi na-offenda po si Secretary Aguirre. Kasi nga po, kinukura po ni Sumbero. So umalis po siya, tapos sinabi niya nandiyan si Atty. Argusino. Kayo na mag-usap.
So yun na nga.
Hindi po niya tinanggap na umalis po siya at that time. Kaya
okay.
Po naka-charge yung meeting.
Hindi kaya ang interpretation nun, ikaw na yung tao. You're the representative of Secretary Aguirre. The details, kayo nang bahala.
Hindi po gano'n ang tingin ko.
Hindi gano'n, okay. Ngayon ganito, si Mr. Sumbero, bakit siya magbibigay sa'yo ng 50 million kung ikaw associate commissioner?
Actually, yun nga po yung pinagtatakanan ko dahil first time ko po na-meet si Jack Lam. Would I be asking for 50 to 100 million, Your Honor? So it's impossible for me, for someone who have first met Jack Lam. And it's impossible for me to ask for this money for someone na nakausap ko. First time ko rin pong na-meet yung dalawang interpreters. So, would it be logical for me na pagdating ko, maghihingi na agad ako ng 50 to 100 million? Hindi po kung gagawin yan, Your Honor.
Okay. Kaya ako tinanong kanina kung meron ba nagsabi kay Secretary Aguirre ng 50 to 100 million. Dahil nung December 1 na press con ni Secretary Aguirre, sinabi niya dun sa kay Mr. Ted Filon na kung umuo sana dun sa transaction, meron siya sanang 50 to 100 million. Yun ngayon ang malaking milagro dito. Sabi ni General Kalima, nalaman nila yan through kay Wally Sombero. Sabi niyo, hindi niyo sinabi. Saan nalaman ni Secretary Aguirre yung figure na yon noong December 1?
Honor, wala pong kinalaman si Secretary Aguirre dito. Sila po yung nagsasabi na palagi nag-offer daw kami ng 50 to 100. Your Honor, first time ko nakita po siya noong November 26, si Jack Lam. Ako po yung commissioner. Would I be asking, Your Honor, the amount of 50
well, anyway,
to 100
you cannot speak for Secretary Aguirre. Pero yun yung situation. Ngayon, sinabihan ka na huwag mag-coordinate kay General Kalima. Yes.
Totoo po yun.
Okay. Meron ba siya sinabing huwag ka mag-coordinate kay General Morente?
Wala po, Your Honor.
Wala. So bakit hindi ka nag-coordinate? Sino ba boss mo?
Your Honor, yun na nga po dahil related.
Sino yung boss mo?
Your Honor, we are presidential appointee, Your Honor. Our boss is the President Duterte, Your Honor.
So administratively?
Yes, Your Honor. We work with Commissioner Morente.
In short, siya boss mo?
We work together in the Bureau of Immigration, Your Honor. In fact, Your Honor, we were coordinating regarding this matter, Your Honor, before this incident.
But not dito sa usapan na to. Kasi sinabi kanina na si Secretary Aguirre, sinabihan si Mr. Sombero na huwag magko-coordinate kay General Kalima. Sinabihan ka rin na huwag ka magko-coordinate kay General Kalima. Di ba? Parang kayo ang mag-uusap.
Hindi po ganun, Your Honor. Na-offend nga po si Secretary Aguirre. Kaya po, na-capture yung
But it's already on record na sinabihan mo na sinabihan ka na huwag magko-coordinate kay...
Yung po, Your Honor, yung sinabi sa akin ni Secretary Aguirre. Ang impression ko nga po dito is, kasi nga po, bago po ako umupo rito, may mga naririnig na po ako. Kasi hindi naman po ito yung first time kong na-meet si Secretary Aguirre. Meron na rin po akong naririnig sa kanya na at saka may mga reports din ako, mag-ingat ka kay Kalima, malalim yan. Hindi lang po siya, Your Honor, ang nagsasabi sa akin. Kasi nga po, bago lang po ako sa immigration. At hindi ko po kilala si General Kalima.
Tama naman yung warning kasi talagang ino-operate na kayo ni Atty. Kalima. Pero, that's for counterintelligence operations. Ngayon,
excuse me. First, your time is up, Mr. Senator Trillanes, but you could finish it until another minute. But we have to clear by 2:50. I understand, Senator, and I have also requests for evidence documents. So, go ahead and finish your point.
Well, pagbalik na lang ni Secretary Aguirre, Mr. Chairman, dahil lumalabas dito kasi bakit bibigyan ni Wally Sombero ng 50 million ang associate commissioners kung wala naman silang power na pakawalan yung mga detained na workers. Ang may power dyan ay si General Morente and si Secretary Aguirre. Ngayon, I can imagine hindi lang ganun kadaling maglabas ng 50 million. Kaya maraming kasagutan ang kailangan natin makuha kay Secretary Aguirre. Plus yung sinabi niya noong December 1 kay Ted Filon na 50 to 100 million daw dapat ang makukuha niya. December 1, according dito sa mga statements dito, wala naman nagsabi sa kanya. So, ibig sabihin nun, all this time, alam niya yung transaksyon at baka, kaya siya naglabas sa media, ay dahil nagkabukuhan na. That's all, Mr. Chairman.
The point is taken. We can continue with this. The next hearing will be on February 7. Everybody will come back, including Secretary Aguirre. including Sombrero, because we will continue with the arrival honors, which means that Senator Escudero will go ahead afterwards.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Just final matters. I won't be asking questions anymore because there's no time anymore, and I do have a lot of questions to all the resource persons now, including especially Secretary Aguirre. But for purposes of the next hearing, Mr. Chair, may I request for the following: copies of the complaint affidavits filed by those who filed cases before the Ombudsman. They filed cases against each other. The joint complaint affidavit of Attorney Argusino and Attorney Robles, the complaint affidavit of Sombrero, and the complaint affidavit of General Kalima, which I believe was forwarded by CIDG to the Office of the Ombudsman. And then next, Mr. Chair, can we please reiterate our invitation to Mr. Sombrero to appear for the next hearing?
He's
and
there.
an invitation
In fact,
also.
if you move to that, we put him on subpoena, we can do that.
I move. I
So,
therefore move.
so ordered. See? It's easy. So ordered.
Given his non-appearance, given the non-appearance today of Mr. Sombrero, may I move for the issuance of subpoena to Mr.
Yes, for the record, we will refer it to President Pimentel, because he's the only one that can...
and an invitation for Mr. Montulfo. Since he was mentioned here, I think it will shed light
Yes.
on what exactly happened in that.
Let the ComSec please take note of all these requests and communicate this to the Senate President. Is that it?
And finally, Mr. Chair, may I just invite the attention of my colleagues, because certain questions were raised earlier about Mr. Lam's interests in the Philippines, and may I invite the attention of my colleagues that there was in fact a privileged speech way back in March 15, 2006 by Senator Ejercito Estrada on the matter. This is very...
2006.
2006. Yes, about who are behind Jack Lam, or possibly behind Jack Lam and
Are you sure it's 2006?
interest. Yes, this is a copy of the journal.
2006.
Yes, journal session number 73, March 15, 2006, for the 13th Congress. This was...
Isn't that more Senator Estrada rather than Ejercito?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Ejercito Estrada.
That's why I raised my eyebrows a bit.
Ejercito Estrada. Who is Ejercito?
Senator Jingo yan. Because I was part of that Senate.
Yes, it's Senator Jingo. It's Senator Ejercito Estrada. Again, it's a privileged speech given on March 15, 2006, session number 73, 13th Congress.
I believe that was referred to the Committee on Justice, Senator Escudero, who is here beside me. And maybe he can shed light on what happened afterwards. Is that okay? Is that it? If that's okay, I will add to that, unless Senator Escudero has something more to add in terms of documentation.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. May we ask the committee to kindly get the records of the Committee on Justice, that investigated precisely this issue on Jack Lam way back in 2000. No, Senator, that was not the reason why we investigated. We investigated Jack Lam in 2008.
2008.
By virtue of a resolution filed by I forget who. But we can ask the committee to get the records of that investigation, the transcript and the records as well.
Let the ComSec investigate who filed that resolution in 2008 and the results of the minutes of the investigation.
Just a simple housekeeping chore, Mr. Chairman. Usually when we invite witnesses or resource persons, we ask them to submit affidavits. May I ask, Mr. Chair, that the principal protagonists in this issue Attorney Argosino, General Calima, and Attorney Robles submit an affidavit that we can use as basis in propounding questions or inquiries with respect to everything that they know about this incident?
That's why, Mr. Chair, I was also asking for the copies of the complaints affidavits.
No, but there's an affidavit. Their complaint, you filed a case, correct me if I'm wrong, Attorney Argosino?
Yes, Your Honor.
But in addition to that and on top of that, you might have your own affidavit in connection with the questions raised in this inquiry during the day, so that you will not be bombarded over and over again with the same questions as well. If you can kindly submit to us an affidavit with respect to everything that you know about this incident. Can we have that? Attorney Argosino?
We will do, Your Honor.
Attorney Robles?
Attorney Robles, Attorney Calima, same thing. So submit your affidavits next time.
And Commissioner Morente also.
And Commissioner Morente also. If you like, you can request
including Secretary
Justice.
Aguirre, yes.
Yes, I was about to say that.
Yes, including Secretary Aguirre, to submit before the hearing on February 7th.
All right. We will communicate that matter, only fair. And for that matter, let me just say that even Sombrero also, because the problem here was that we were told that the two gentlemen here were not coming, and that's why I was about to issue subpoenas after that. But now that you've come, and we thank you for coming, and so now please submit your affidavit so we can proceed faster. That's why I had a hard time because it took us a while to research all the chronology of the matter, and I wanted to make sure that the committee was properly informed of the overview at the very least, and now that it's done, all the questions can be asked consistent with that. Otherwise, it would have been topsy-turvy. Having said that, I will address you, General, and we thank you, General Aquino, for coming down here. We apologize we didn't get to you, and also to Colonel Villaflor. I was going to ask that you submit to us the Department of Justice and the Bureau of Immigration, General Commissioner Morente. Please give us a list of all the people that were arrested and who are still under our custody, your custody.
Yes, Your Honor.
And those who escaped.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you were referring to another 800 that was actually stated by Commissioner Aguirre, so that we would know, we would be comparing apples to apples and oranges to oranges.
Sir, we do not know who these 800 are. As I said, Your Honor, baka ito sila yung nag-operate na yung mga BI and the PNP.
Well, the Undersecretary of Justice is here. Please give us the name, so you're directed to do so. Because there were some people who escaped, and that's why Police Chief Superintendent is here. I don't want to use the military rank. Police Chief Superintendent is here because we want to know, and the Director is here, who guarded these people from the very beginning, and who escaped, and who were recovered. Alam natin. Also, if it is possible, when people escape from immigration, I'm sure you put the heads up on all airports and seaports. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. We have a watch list.
And when you did that, how many were able to go through your dragnet?
Actually, Your Honor, there were 57 who escaped.
Yeah, I remember.
Most of them returned.
And 29 came back, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor. I think 11 are still unaccounted.
11 are still unaccounted for.
Yes, sir.
So anybody who escapes, you should be able to determine when they left the Philippines.
Yes, Your Honor. I don't think they can
how they left it.
We have the passports, so their passports, Your Honor.
So you confiscated the passports?
Yes, Your Honor.
But they can always assume, it's so easy nowadays to do that, especially, mo na yun, nalulusutan tayo
yes,
kahit doon sa airport natin hanggang ngayon, no? We're not blaming anybody, but it's possible.
We have a system in the airport that fake passports will be detected, Your Honor.
I hope so.
Yes, sir.
But it's not unknown to us that people have been able to get through the back door or to go to another airport that is not as tight as the Manila International Airport. And that's why, as Senator Lacson Rao, according to Senator Escudero, is the prime example of that. And
we extended apologies to Senator Lacson.
Memory serves correct, Senator De Lima has been properly advised. Levity aside, could you kindly deliver, Chief Secretary Aquino, yung mga naka-escape doon? Sino yung mga taong nandun nung tumakas yung mga tao yung 57?
Sir, actually,
you know that?
during the time, it is the role of the PNP of Region 3 is that to secure the area. If there is an escape, for sure it was intentionally made. It is us who guarded only a portion of the Fontana area before
they were all there, right?
The doors, the egress and ingress of the main doors of this convention center is being controlled by the BID. It's not us. So if there's a
BID, sir, we have a custodial force, but the facility is not a gated facility. It's a convention center. Some of them
you were a soldier, you graduated from the academy, then you became a policeman, and then
yes,
you all know that sometimes we have to work within our capabilities, and of course it's up to us to say, well, humanly impossible to do so, but at least alam natin kung sino nakatakas, who are on watch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Excuse me. Yeah. All right. We are closing. The SPS sent me a missive that we're over the line here. Thank you all. Chief Secretary,
Sir, may I request
quickly, please.
The PNP from Pro T be excused from the next Senate hearing? Because the only role that we had during this operation is just the area security of Fontana, nothing else. So,
well, all right. If that is the case, we don't want to burden you unnecessarily. I will allow that, but you will still be subject to call in case we find something else.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
And the same thing with the Angeles, when the girl, Superintendent Villaflor, no? Yeah, so hindi na kayo pupunta dito, but you'll be on call just in case. The rest will have to come back. Try to exert effort on the part of Shangri-La to try and get paano yan? Hindi ako nagsusugal eh. Field of Dreams ba yan? City of Dreams. Sorry, City of Dreams. My memory gets spotty sometimes. Okay, on that note, we thank you all very much. The next hearing will be on February 7 at 10 o'clock. Session Hall. Thank you very much, and with due apologies to our fellow senators. Session is suspended until that date.